Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I heard that song the other day. I found some new station on Spotify or something. So it's songs I've never heard before. And something about that one, I don't know what it was, but I seriously, I put it on my Amazon list and then I put it on repeat and listened to it on repeat, just that one song for, I don't know, hours while I was doing some project. It was great for me. Anyway, so, all right. I I was writing in my journal every morning. My mornings are about the same. My alarm goes off at 5:40. I don't typically get up at 5:40, but I'm up by 6 usually. And I do some things and I come back to a writing prompt that I do and a journal thing and Bible time and kind of the same type of morning every time. And so this day I was just writing in my journal and then at the end I was like, oh, that's actually, that could be my communion right there. So it's not like this prepared communion, but it's what where it was. So I was just, I don't know, for who knows exactly all the reasons, but I've been feeling like a little melancholy, just a little eh, eh, for different reasons and things going on. But I, in the middle of it, I was like, oh, there's Jesus again. So I just thought I would share this part with you. But I caught myself in this like down, kind of yuck, tired, maybe overwhelmed. I don't know what it is, kind of state. And I found myself in this in between some really hard, they're not like life and death hard, but hard spots, right? Where, oh, hold on, I wanted to do this. In between some hard spots. And wait a minute. Hold on, the view is all messed up over here. So I'm trying to see what the problem is. Okay. So I was just feeling kind of yucky, not that great. Some a phone call came in from Wes and he had this great idea, which was wonderful. Um, but I felt myself like absolutely stuck and not able to feel out the idea that he presented toward me, kind of stuck. I was stuck in this like, oh sorry. I felt myself stuck, like just between me, pieces of me where I want more time, like me in connection with others. I just want more time. I want more memory, time to make memories. I want to see recovery wash over the world. I want to see people feel better. I want to see the world shift in some way. I want to see, especially the people closest to me. I want more time to laugh. I want more time to have fun and the possibility for those and like deep lasting connection time. I'm a quality time person, so I just wanted more time. And then there was this other side where I just wanted time with, I want time with Wes. I want time with my kids, like time to make memories and things with that. But also knowing where I am, kind of emotionally, physically, also needing to just. I know we need those things, Rachelle, but you've got to take a break. You've got to go reset. You've got to get on center. You've got to calm down and heal whatever is going on inside of there. I caught myself in these between these three necessary things. They're important. And so Wes had called. He's noticed this like melancholy situation energy about me. And so he called, I have an idea. What if we go away for the weekend and it should be just the kids and I, or just you, or just, by yourself, or we'll just leave, let you be here and have the house to yourself, these different places. Um, and so I felt myself stuck and knowing that I actually want to just be by myself for a little bit and just have a pause and a reset and maybe do some work. I don't know, just quiet, dark room. I don't know, but also wanting time with my kids. And so as I was in this battle between, I need to I need to do this for myself. It was a silent battle, obviously. But I need to do this for myself. I have to pause. I have to reset. I'm only human. I'm only human. And I'm just gonna get bitter and resentful if I don't. But I really want time with my kids. Does anybody else ever like battle back and forth between that? And because I feel like I'm out of time and they're grown and I'm not, whatever. But I knew as I was in this battle at the same time, I had already decided, I had already chosen, oh, I want I want time with my kids because I'm almost out of time with them, felt myself. So knowing where I was, that I was in this absolute standstill, go with them, go with the family, or go with myself. It was risk. I know it's so silly, but it felt like there was risk. There was risk in giving more of myself when I feel like I'm kind of on empty. I need to go fill up, or go with my kids because I'm almost out of time to make memories with them. Paying 16, in a minute. Um, But then if I do that, I know it's going to be challenging because, well, he's in this teen stage and, I'm still on. I'm still on when I need to turn off and disconnect the plug. But there was risk in all of them because if I go by myself, I don't make the memories and I lose the time and I might hate that because what if it's the last time? And then I was all in this noisy space, together or alone, on this like ledge of hope, together or alone. They both have cracks in them. Neither one was safe. And in the moment, I was like, there's Jesus. I saw Jesus. I saw him in that moment in the Garden of Gethsemane when he must have, as a human, he was God. We know that. But I like to connect with the human parts of Jesus. That's a little easier for me to connect with. So I saw him in that Garden of Gethsemane, and he's like, come on, guys, come on, pray for, I need you to be with me. I just don't want to be by myself. But also, he knew he needed to do it by himself, which is why I did. He went and prayed. But then he knew he needed to not just maybe, I don't know, reset and like, give me the strength, but also I have to do this. I have to go forward. But I really don't want to because he's sweating blood. Like it was such a distressing moment that he's sweating profusely and it's blood tinged. He was caught in this, I think, this moment of myself, please don't let it hurt. I don't want to do it, but I love them and I really do want to do it. I don't know. He was just so deeply distressed. And so I knew this moment where I needed to like reset desperately for myself. It was like choosing salvation. Do I choose myself or do I choose this possibility for other people? And then it was like, my kids. Well, of course I choose my kids. I have to do that. But I struggled and I cried. I had tears just streaming down my cheeks as I was writing, like, I'm in this battle. Why am I in this stupid battle? Why is it a battle? And I wrestled between knowing what my human limits are, but my like ethereal desires that I want to be present. I want to show up. I want to be there and love people. I was in this battle. But I did choose, and I chose in my mind and my heart um, to give them my last breath. If that was, my last breath for whatever reason, we can only live distressed for so long. We never know. But but I chose to give it to my kids. I wanted the time with them. I wanted to be together, hoping that they might feel it, that it might make a difference, that it might in the world, they might look back at that and say, I see the sacrifice. And maybe they'd want to know Jesus. Maybe they'd have to do it for themselves. Who knows? But that it might make a difference, that it might bring connection and love and time in our home. But it was all just for hope that it would make a difference. Hope is really scary. That ledge of hope that I find myself on, that I think maybe all of us do at different times, that ledge of hope. I find myself not wanting to go out there, but then I do because I'm kind of unable to stay away from it. Hope is this dumb, scary ledge that we go on because we haven't hoped for outcome for different reasons. And as I was crying and I'm wrestling, I was thinking about Jesus, how he sweat until he bled. That's where the human Jesus was. He was in that battle, he was in that struggle. He was on a ledge of hope. That's scary. I think of that thing. Have you ever heard of that clear ledge that's been built over the Grand Canyon? It seems stupid to me. It seems so stupid, stupid, stupid. I don't even want to see pictures of it because it just seems stupid. But I feel like we do that in our life. We go out on these invisible, stupid ledges of hope all the time for all different reasons. And that's where I saw Jesus. I saw him out on the ledge of this this moment of what he needed for himself. I mean, he's going into a terrible, horrible situation, but also he was going on to the ledge. He ultimately chose to what we were talking about last week. He went from the knowing that God was going to be there, but the trust that, okay, when I do this, there's going to be something that comes out of it. He chose you. He chose me. He went out on hope when he knew he needed to, like, please don't make me do this, because he says that. He went on the hope, or on the ledge of hope, because of his trust in God. And then I was realizing, well, I was able to choose my kids even though I need to be down, and I need to reset and just unplug for a minute, because I choose Jesus, because I choose to live for Jesus, and let chose his blood to wash over me, that my devotion, my obedience to Christ, my trust in him helps me go out on the shaky ledge of hope, uh, the uncertain ground, for my kids, for the hope that it's going to mean something, for the hope that it's going to change somebody's heart and mind somewhere, for the hope that it might make a difference one day. I could only really do that because I keep leaning on Jesus. I have trust and faith that it's going to make a difference. But it just was a moment for me to marvel. I like to see when Jesus shows up in my life, like is holding space for me, and I feel like he gets me, he hears me. But I really marvel at when I get to see Jesus, the human parts of Jesus, how he was and who he was as a human. And I revel in the parts that allow me to feel seen when I'm weak and teary and whatever. But I have absolute, like a fearful admiration, and just like this absolute awe that Jesus allows us to see his human parts, allows us to connect and feel seen because he's been a human, but also the parts that make him perfectly God as well. Like, how on earth? And how God uses that part of him, to not just like see me and to love me, but give me the courage when I feel like I can't go on that shaky ledge right now. I just don't want to do it. He works through me to help others. It just blows my mind. I don't understand why he would do that, but he does. And it's only for a maybe. It's only for a hope. There's no certainties here. Hope is scary, and it's really necessary. So as we take the cup today and we take the bread, I hope that we not only ponder the moments where the moments where we're between the boulders, between self, ourself for others, but ourself for ourself, and see how when we give our time to Jesus, when we know him more, when we just become obedient, um, to help us see through he helps me for the me today, but he helps me for the me parts that are for God, like the hope that we will all love him and serve him and become obedient and share him with other people. it's really hard to see Jesus as the human, I think, is really special. Not just to see him as the God, and we need to try to be like him more often, but to see him as a human, I think, is beautiful and special. And I don't know, helps us see our own humanity and why we do hard things, why we're here every Sunday. I don't know. So anyway, as we take this cup and bread today, I just hope that not only do you look to find Jesus where, like, to build your faith, there's different types of seeing Jesus, not just showing up for you, but can you see him? I think it's just as important to see him and what he had to fight and go through, and the human parts that make that so valuable. So that's all I have for today. I don't think it's just me who feels a little melancholy and weird sometimes, but I hope that through yours that you'll also find just the human parts of Jesus. I have to throw the book. It's part of the process.
In a helmet.
So
Rachelle, thank you so much. Thank you for reminding us that he's real and that when we feel in that conflict, that he did it first and he did it for us. And he did it with the without the guarantee that people would receive it. So thank you for bringing our minds to that. I appreciate that and for sharing your heart so openly. Thank you.
thank you.
I love you, friend.
Thank you.
Wes, would you mind praying for the communion before we go into Rachelle's second song, please?
Absolutely. God, thank you so much this morning for being here, for sharing sharing your love through Rachelle's communion, helping us to see you as a human and what you went through, your humanness and the conflict and the pain and just all of it, what you must have felt. I was sitting here as Rachelle was sharing, thinking about, I would be terrified. And just knowing that you were terrified, sweating blood, and but that's how much you love us. And then just thank you for having Rachelle speak that to us this morning through her experiences, through her emotional honesty. That I pray that you speak to us through your word this morning as we read. And I just can't thank you enough for loving me and loving all of us as much as you do, and through your grace that you forgive us. Love you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.